Hi doctor, this is Shankar. In this video, I want to give you a quick demo of how AgiLeads is going to help transform the leads that your practice gets into actual patients. Today there is a gap where you do have lead generation going on through SEO or advertising or any other mechanisms of marketing to drive leads for your practice. But a small portion of these leads actually get converted to patients, which are being communicated through patient communication system like a Lighthouse or a Solution Reach or a Practice Mojo, and the patients which are stored in the back end of your database, which are like Dentrix or EagleSoft. That's the practice management system. But there is a big gap here where the leads all the leads that come to your practice have to be nurtured continuously to be actually converted to patients. And this is the exact problem that AgiLeads solves for you, where it is able to go after the leads in a consistent way and nurture them on an ongoing basis and convert them to patients. So the entire process has been personalized and automated for your practice, so that your front office staff is not overburdened by having to nurture all the leads that your practice gets. So here's a quick demo. So on the left is my mobile. So I'm going to mimic myself as being a lead who's going to reach out to a practice called Agile Dental Care. Now we have a sample web page here, which is like say a website of Agile Dental Care, where any lead can go in and let's say for example fill in a contact form. So here I'm going to fill in a contact form as myself with my mobile phone in there as a lead, and I say okay, I'm interested in an implant consultation, for example. So this is a way for me to reach out to your practice, and the moment any lead reaches out, you can see that my information appears in the dashboard of AgiLeads right away. So in this you can look at the opportunities, and the opportunities are categorized in various categories here, which is like a new leads, which is what I am right now. And the moment I reach out to your practice through your form, you can see that right away I get a text message on my mobile phone saying, hey Shankar, thank you for reaching out to us at Agile Dental Care, and to serve you better, could you please give us a call. So there will be a constant nurturing going on in terms of the SMS as well as in terms of the emails. Now once a person reaches out, your practice will also get notification in terms of the email, saying that Shankar has reached out. So as you can see, this is a live demo. So you can see that you get an instant email with my information that I enter. And I also, as a lead, get an instant notification on my mobile phone, and also I get a email as well to from your practice saying asking me to give them a call. So you can see, welcome Shankar, thank you for reaching out, and it's an immediate email that I'm able to get. And for the demo purpose, I'm showing you multiple texts that we will send over a period of time. So once the first text goes in, after a day, we're gonna send another text which is saying, hey Shankar, did you get my text about discussing your dental needs, right? So we are going to constantly nurture this lead. Now when this lead comes up, now there is under the dashboard, you are able to see under conversation. So let's say under my name here, Shankar, your front office staff can always click and go in and look at all the conversations that are happening underneath my name over here, underneath each lead. So you can see all the text messages that are being sent and all the emails that are being sent as well. So this is like a full-time dashboard. You can see like there are a couple of emails that have been sent. There is a text message. There is another text message. Now once the lead gets these text messages, now he can choose to respond. He can say, yeah, sure, I'll call you soon, for example. So let's say he's able to send out that text message. Now the moment I send the text message as a lead, you can see that this dashboard right away captures it in real time, and your staff can look at it right away and be able to give the lead a call and to see what may be a good time for them to come in. Now when I go back to the dashboard, you can see that since I have responded as a new lead, it puts me under the category of the warm lead in this funnel. So I'm moving further deeper in the funnel because I'm showing some engagement right now. Now given that I have responded, there are other channels I can reach out as well. It could be that I go onto the Facebook page, I can have a chat with your practice, and all the chat information will also be captured within this dashboard as well. So let's say I did let's say I did go to your practice and let's say decided to give your practice a call. Now when I do that, now I will let's say I go into my phone again. Let's say I go to my let's say I go into here, and let's say I try to give a call right now, and so the number of the practice that we have for here is 510 738. It's 2924. So I give a call to your practice as a lead, and the moment I do that, I'm going to put it on speakerphone right now, and the moment I do that, you can see when I go into the into the dashboard, you can under my name, you will see that in real time that I am actually making the phone call. And so this is something that the dashboard gets updated right away, so your team, your front office is always in sync with what is happening with the lead situation. Hi, I'm Shankar. I'm reaching out to your practice for implant consultation. Could you please give me a call back? Thank you. So I leave a voicemail right now, and as you can see here, like it is detecting that I already am making a phone call. And the moment I make the phone call, you can see that we are following up right away with text messages, right? So this is not something we'll send right away but for the purpose of the demo, I'm showing it to you that we will follow up in a bit of time, saying we are following up on your earlier call. If we would fill out this form, so it's going to send out further messages. So your office can always call and talk to them. In the meantime, there is also nurturing that will go after these leads who probably are quiet, and follow them across. So you can see that the moment they make the phone call, I have been moved to further deeper in the funnel, which is say the first call, which means the first call has already happened. And now I have the choice to actually either the front office can look at all the leads in this first call and actually give them a call, or it is possible that even the lead, when they get this information, now they say that this is something that there is a form that is being filled out, so I can fill out a form to say what exactly I'm looking for, or it also provides a link to the to book an appointment, for example. So let's say I picked an appointment, let's say August 13th, and let's say at 10:30 a.m. I select this time. It does ask me for the information about myself, so I've given all the information. What may be a good time, I've given that already, and I plug in all my information here, and that's my email.com, and I say book appointment, and I'm reaching out for implant consult, please. So I say submit the information. Now you can see, let me skip adding it to my calendar, right? I can do that as well. But you can see that right away, the moment I did fill in, you can see that I immediately get a text message saying the appointment with Dr. Beard is confirmed. And you can see that, I have actually been moved to the scheduled appointment under the, funnel here. Right, so I will start to get emails, I will start to get text messages about my upcoming appointment. So if this is within the system of AgiLeads, and so whoever is booking an appointment will start to get followed up. So we'll want to increase the chances that they show up at your office. So there are a few emails and text messages just before the appointment that we are going to be sending as part of your practice to the to the lead. That way it is going to send multiple reminders. I'm just showing you a sample here. There's going to be more emails as well. Once it loads up, it will be able to show that. And now your front office staff is able to look at this, and it can actually has full control to say whether the person actually showed up to the office or not. So as you can see, going back to the emails, you can see that there are multiple emails that I have received. Here, earlier the emails are following up. So for the demo purpose, we show everything at one go, but very quickly. But in real life, it is going to send it in a staggered fashion. So it is going to send a reminder for the upcoming appointment, saying that is something coming up, and we'll look forward to seeing you there as well. So this is the that's the email that goes out. And there's also the text message that goes out, and the doctor is also constantly notified in terms of the SMS that was received earlier. So that way, if somebody is reaching out, say it says, yeah, sure, I'll call you soon, remember the text that I did before as a lead, that exact message is even emailed to the front office staff. That way, they don't lose track if they get busy. Similarly, there is also like calls that have been received, and you can actually play the recording of the call as well. When recording of the call, if if they want to listen to what has happened. So coming back to the funnel. Now, given that let's say I did the lead did show up at the office, then we will move it to reviews. Let's say for some reason we had to cancel, and let's say this had to so the front office knows this, and they're going to take this and actually move it to no show, which means the lead never showed up. When the lead doesn't show up, now it's the system again takes over and sends a text again back to the a lead to say if they want to reschedule an appointment, what may be a good time to again reach out. So as you can see, I already received this, and you can see that we missed seeing you at your appointment schedule today. Please call us to reschedule, right? And I also get the email as well from the practice. Now, let's say we did show up, and let's say the practice now moves it from here and moves it to the review section, which means that the appointment show happened, the treatment happened, and we will move it to review. The moment this happens, now it will send immediately a text to the patient who showed up, as well as the email. So again, you can see here that this email is this text is very convenient. We really enjoy seeing you here. Would love if you can leave a review. So if anybody clicks on that Google link, you can see that right away it takes it to the Google My Business page. All they have to do is click on the 5-star rating, and then type in some comments. It was awesome being there, and say done, and this is gonna right away put it on the Google My Business reviews. Awesome. So that's how seamless the experience is. There is continuous follow-up right from the first time that the lead reaches out to your practice, and irrespective of whether they give you a call or they text you or they send you a message, so email you, all these, you can see that since I typed it in, it will even notify your staff that a review has been received. And as me being a lead, you can see that I keep getting all these emails over time. That way we don't miss out on this lead. So in this, as you can see, it started off early on, where I started off as a new lead, and then I was moved to a warm lead because I was interacting with the practice. I was starting sending text messages, and then when I gave a call, I was moved into the first call. And then if let's say after the first call, let's say I never call back, the front office can look at these warm leads, look at the first call, make the follow-up call. They can put up some notes in the system itself, so they know what the reason the call is, and actually move. Let's say this, the candidate, this lead here was in first call. Now, let's say they make a call now, and they can click on it, add some notes, and actually move this to the second call afterwards, right? And then move it to the third call. Let's say after multiple calls, let's say this person does not, let's say, respond, then they can be moved to the dead leads, in which case there is no follow-up that will happen. And here we don't want to follow up any of your patients, because so all these patients will come and exclude leads. And now it is possible that some time we will want to move this lead. Let's say a person comes in for a implant consult, right? Now we could move this lead now to somewhere to something like presented treatment, for example. And in which case, so let's say I go further here, and let's say I move myself and move it under, let's say, presented treatment, for example. So I take myself, and it's a drag and drop that we can do. And the moment we move it under presented treatment, now we will do another follow up, because we have presented the treatment for implants. Now we're going to follow up with emails and say that, hey, it was great meeting you at the office. Please reach out to us if you have any follow-up questions. So this is a different campaign, and there are going to be different emails that are going to be sent, nurturing the lead for the visit that they did for the implants. And so we'll educate them about how important the implants are, and send follow-up emails and texts to get them back to the office to start the treatment. So as you can see, this funnel is pretty deep, and you can see that it was nice meeting you, and that was the email that was sent. And you can see that this funnel is pretty deep, and starting from the new leads to the warm leads to, like, moving them across first call, second call, third call, and then moving them to, presented a treatment for implants. And once the treatment ends, we'll move them, once they come into the office, we'll move them into started treatment. And here we can associate the dollar value. That way you know exactly how many leads are actually in the pipeline, and we can take that lead all the way to schedule appointment, to reviews, and eventually till they are done with with your practice. So the dashboard does capture how big the pipeline is. The more leads that come into the pipeline, the dollar value you're able to associate with each lead based on the conversations that you have. You will know how much dollar value there is in the pipeline, so you're able to go after them and call them and nurture them. So the system takes over in terms of the nurturing to be able to get them to become a patient for your practice. Now this is the overall sequence of how it's going to go. And as you can see, the first time the lead reaches out, there is going to be a follow-up of about a month, about like a couple of weeks, I would say, to make them to call and talk to your practice. The moment they make the first conversation, once you know what their needs are, once you're able to talk, if you find that there is a misfit, meaning if they are not a good fit for your practice, meaning they only do, let's say, Medicare, and that's something you don't do, right? And they may have certain plans that you don't support, for example. And any situation like that where they are not a good fit, you can move them to dead leads, in which case there is no follow-up being done. Otherwise, for a period of almost a couple of months, we're going to constantly follow up with them on a regular basis to get them to actually reach out to your practice and actually be converted to patients. And anyone who comes in for, presented a treatment for, let's say, implants, now we're going to follow them up for the next 3 months on a regular basis, so that they are able to kind of start the treatment in your practice. So there is a constant nurturing going on. It is non-intrusive. Anytime the lead can always opt to stop the communication, or unsubscribe to your email. That way they are still in the pipeline, but they are not getting the emails or texts that they prefer not to get. But otherwise they still are in the pipeline, so your office can always call them up and see if there is a good time they can come back into the office. So this system is an automated way of a persistent, personalized nurturing system that happens on the leads to convert them to patients of your practice. That way you increase the revenue of your practice. The AgiLeads system is fully functional now and is ready to deploy. And if you like the one-on-one demo, or if you have more questions specifically to this, how it's going to benefit your practice, I'm happy to set up a time, and I'll be happy to discuss with you. Thank you.